Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure, and I sold some stuff.
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. That means I go to garage sales, I go to estate sales, I go to thrift stores. I find things that I think are priced low. I buy them, bring them home, and then work to sell them online for a profit. I do that for the most part on eBay, and well, for the most part, that worked yesterday. We had some nice sales, some stuff that we just picked up this weekend moving out, some low dollar stuff, some higher dollar stuff. It's pretty typical of what you'll see out of my eBay store. So what we're going to do here first is take a look at what's sold, and that'll give you an idea of things that maybe you can pick up that you haven't thought about before if you're out and about at thrift stores or garage sales. So let's do that, and then we're going to come back, and I've got a couple of announcements, and then we're going to look at something that I just got in the mail. So 11 items going out today. A little bit more than $300. Very happy with the day, and very happy that it's going to take me like 20 minutes to pack this stuff up. If that. I love easy packing days. After yesterday was a rough packing day. All the weekend sales plus our whatnot auction. It took a while. This will be easy. Garmin eTrex GPS DVD guide. Picked this up with a whole bunch of other DVDs at an estate sale here not too long ago, where I picked up a ton of really good media. This one I just took a shot at. I didn't know. I thought, I was getting them for $1 a piece, so why not give it a go? And $19.17 plus shipping. Somebody actually decided to pick that one up. This one is another good one, not quite so high dollar, but it is a cult classic, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. This one is a really weird, but you know what? If you're in the right state of mind, really good movie. And this one sold for $9.98 plus shipping. And then a move it and it sells item. Moving this yesterday, putting it in a new spot in the bin, and sure enough, there it goes. This is Roy Buchanan, it's Austin City Limits DVD. And this one I picked up from Goodwill for a couple of bucks and took an offer of $17 plus shipping. So some movies going out. One more set of movies actually over here. We've got some Star Wars, the 5-star collection. Empire Strikes Back, of course, along with Jedi and New Hope. This set I picked up at a garage sale here just very recently, and it is going out the door for $38.99 plus shipping. Got a plush over here. We had our Whatnot Plush auction. I packed a whole bunch of plush yesterday. Looks like I get to pack one more. This is the Minecraft Spider, and this was a 99-cent Goodwill grab, and it has sold for $14.29 plus shipping. I'll take that. Carhartt, I picked this up over the weekend at a garage sale, paid $1 for it. I knew it wasn't a big seller, but that it would sell, and certainly it sold quickly. I took an offer of $8 free shipping. I could have eventually got about 10, but why quibble over $1 or $2? Just get it out. So Carhartt headed out the door. We'll make a couple bucks on that. Another weekend pickup, another Vortex hat. This one's cool. It's new with tags, and it's got like a rubberized logo on there. Really neat. And this one actually going international. If you saw yesterday's video, I talked about low dollar things. Like we got a $9.98 movie, $14 plush, $8 beanie, right? Low dollar stuff. That's still selling even when things slow down. And hats are moving for me right now, and one of them going international. That another thing that we pointed out was the international option. Open international sales, and you're going to make more money. $51.26 Australian dollars. That's about $36. It's not going to cost me a whole lot because this is going to go over under an 8-ounce rate, so it's going to be pretty cheap for me to ship that over. I think $12 is what it's going to be for me to ship that over. And so we make 24 bucks after that. A couple of figures here. We got Belle. She was in a whole lot of figures from Goodwill. $2.99 for the entire bag. We already sold one set, the Snow White figures. And Belle, just by herself, I didn't have any other Beauty and the Beast stuff to put with her, but she sold by herself for $3 plus shipping. So that basically pays for the bag, right? Then we got this guy. He was one of the blind bag things. That's, one of the things the kids like now. You grab the blind mystery bag. And this one of the more rare figures. It actually, I think, came with like a mask or something. I don't know, but it doesn't have that. It's just the loose figure. Still, pretty good. $8.50 plus shipping for the little Imaginext creature from the Black Lagoon. Then we got a couple of game sales, and these are our highlights of the day. And we're going to talk about another game here in just a minute. But the ones that sold, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This for the Nintendo GameCube. This sold for $45.17 plus shipping. And then the nice one, The Legend of Zelda for Game Boy Advance. This thing is beautiful, and it is complete. Now, there is, right there, that's the one issue right there. Otherwise, the entire thing is complete and in very nice shape. And this sold for $77.99 plus shipping. So $78 for an old Game Boy game. Nice variety. And with those couple of high dollar sales sprinkled in, turned out to be a really nice total as well. So I'm happy about it. And like I said, it's not going to take me any time at all to pack that stuff. I love those kind of days. And it's a good thing because I've got a busy day ahead. This morning, if you're watching this day of debuting the Trash to Cash podcast, Dave and Carrie desperately needed somebody to sort of class up that thing and sort of pick that thing up. They might have been too much for me. I don't know if I actually succeeded in that mission. Kevin said, I need you. He tagged me in. It was the tag team wrestling. And I don't know. Kevin, I hope that I just held the line for you with those two knuckleheads. But I am on the Trash to Cash podcast. I'll put a link down in the description if you haven't heard of that or watched that yet. It actually is it's a really good time. It's fun hanging out with Dave and with Carrie and Kevin not feeling well, so pinch hitting for him. And then tonight, coming up on Cat the Nurse Flippers channel, I'm going to have Jimmy, Old School Flips, and Dominic, Primetime Treasure Hunter, on the show with myself and Kat. I'm co-hosting with her. I was a guest last week, and I'm co-hosting this week because Julian's on vacation. Julian, he's got a fantastic beard. He's got the best beard in the game. So I'm going to do my best to fill in for Julian tonight. But come on over to Kat's channel. That's going to be running from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. So come check that out. A couple of announcements there. Now, let's take a look at what I got in the mail. All right, so showed up on my porch yesterday, and it had been so long, I actually forgot that it was supposed to be coming back. Usually it was, every month or so, it was, where is that thing? I'd send a message, and I'd get some sort of lame, canned response. What was it? Well, it was my video game. You guys that have been watching for a while might remember I found a sealed copy of Pitfall 2 for the Atari. I decided to send that off to be graded. And right about the time I did that is when everything ground to a halt. I sent that back in August. Yeah, August of last year. And it just was not coming back. I actually paid for 45 days. I just got it back yesterday. I mean, I guess you can do the math. It's a lot more than 40. Well, it was 45 business days, I think. So it gives them some weekend wiggle room. It sat there for a very long time, and I would message them and say, hey, just curious, because it's still sitting there, and you would get the canned response of, well, we've got a backlog and supply chain. That tended to be the answer every time was, we're very sorry, backlog, supply chain, but don't worry, it's safe. We're keeping it safe. And that's what they would say every time with no real indication of when it was coming back. You're going to get something graded. Be prepared to wait for a very long time. If my experience was any indication, it's going to take you a long time. But I did get it back, and it looks awesome. Pitfall 2, Lost Caverns. There we go. It's in its nice, we'll scoot back here. There you go. It's in the case, and you can see we got a 6.5. I was hoping for a little bit higher, but there's definitely some condition issues. There's a little bend on the front. Well, yeah, there. See, barely you can see it if I get it right. There's a little bend in the cover. On the back, there's a little dent on this side, but it displays really well. And so I was hoping I'd get a little bit of a leeway, once it's in the case, especially. But I was just hoping, you never know. And it's a little bit of a gamble when you submit something to grading. Sometimes you can hurt the value. I could sell this just raw, new, and then I can say, hey, brand new, sealed, rare. Maybe somebody would pay up for it. Now, it's got a number on it. Officially, this is a 6.5. Does that lower the value? Well, we're going to see. Now, it does have an A+ seal rating, which is very, very good. I'm very happy that it's got that. So we've got a 6.5 on the box. The seal is A+. So that's a good thing. And so let's take a look at the numbers. And you guys can tell me if I made a good call or if I made a bad call. So if you look online, it's called Price Charting. It's a website that tracks video game sales, right? And it'll track what's available, what's sold, that sort of thing, so you can get an idea of the trends. And if you look back, I got the numbers written down here, because I don't do numbers. This thing, at its height, I don't really understand why it spiked. There must have been two people that were really fighting over this thing. It was Heritage Auctions running this thing. It was in, I believe it was Dallas, Texas. And a 9.8 graded game of the same deal back in 2020. It was the fall of 2020, I think November, sold for $1,080 at auction. That, though, is that's a blip. That's an outlier. A 9.4, now this is all in 2020. A 9.4 sold at $690, 9.6 at $810. But then there was a 9.8 before that sold at $720. So you can see it's a little bit, it's all over the place, right? Which I guess if anybody has run eBay auctions, you know that. You've had that experience of something doesn't sell for what you thought it would or what historically it does. It's the gamble of an auction. You just don't know. Actually, last year, a 9.4 sold at $384. It's all over the place. There was one on eBay last month that was a 6.5 with a B grade on the seal. So I have an A+. They had a B. So that's the difference. We both had the same box score, but my seal on the game, the shrink wrap, A+, theirs was a B. It sold for $149.50 with 19 bids. So there was a lot of bidding, a lot of interest, but it only went for $150. Okay, now the grading itself, I think it was about $100 because you pay for the grading and then you pay for the shipping, right? And I paid $20 for the game. So I'm about $120 in. So definitely I spent some money to get this thing graded. And so now you have to decide, did I blow that $100? Did I lose that, or am I going to just break even and I had to wait so long to get it back? That's what happens when you grade stuff. It is a risk. Now, I think what I see off of this is there was interest in this guy's game, and it still sold a little bit low. So I don't think this is something that I would put up to auction. It checks some of the boxes of being desirable, certainly, and rare, certainly. You barely find them new, let alone new and graded, right? But I don't think it checks that box of a good auction candidate. Clearly, you see the Heritage auctions, live auctions, it's all over the place. You got the eBay auction. It's a low number for what they had. So I think what we're going to do is price it relatively high at a buy it now and put offers on there. That's what I do with a lot of my unique stuff. Well, I have offers enabled on a lot of things, but on the unique stuff, I price it high and see what happens. There is a Pitfall, the original version. It's up right now. It's graded. It's a high grade. I think it's 9.4, and I think they have it at $389. So what I might do is put mine up at like $350, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys have graded anything, if you have experience with that, or if you're waiting for something to come back, and if you have or haven't, let me know if you think I screwed up by spending more money and a whole lot of time to get that graded. I don't know. We'll see. But if you want to come by again tonight, come by Kat the Nurse Flippers channel from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to watch something before that, while you're packing up, the Trash to Cash podcast, that link down below as well. I should mention also, before I let you go, I'm sporting my purple today because it is Lupus Awareness Month, and it is also World Lupus Day. For those of you that don't know, Mountain Mama does have lupus, and so that's something that's very sort of near and dear to us. And so this month is all about the purple. So you might see me wearing more purple off and on. I don't wear purple a ton. This month, I wear purple. So maybe you can go out there and sport some purple in support. Guys, I appreciate you so much. We'll see you next time.
It's you and Pitfall Harry together again.
Rhonda! She must be dead!
In Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns.
Oh, electric heels! Where's Rhonda? Not bats. Amazon frogs! Oh, dead end. A balloon. Gold in the Raj diamond. Condors? Feet don't fail me now. Which way do we go?
Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns.